Morning, ladies and gents. You can hear us, you can see us.
I can hear you.
There we go, Sarah. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for your time. Welcome to our pre-match virtual presser. I've got Emirates Lions forwards and lineups coach Barend Pieterse and Emmanuel Tshituka. Whoever's ready to go, we can ask the first question. We've got 10 minutes for the session, guys, before the guys go for their team meeting.
Morning, Barend. Morning, Manuel. It's been such a hectic time in rugby with the Rugby World Cup going on it, and the URC has really gone under the radar quite a bit. But I'm sure that you guys are excited to get back out in the park this weekend, and none bigger than last year's losing finalists, the Stormers. To both of you.
Yeah, I'll start. Yeah, for sure. It's been a long pre-season with no rugby for us. I think it's about 13 weeks without playing any rugby. But yeah, it's really exciting to get the season going and play against last year's finalists. It's a good challenge for us, and yeah, it's something that we're looking forward to.
What you want to go for that?
Yeah, I agree with Manu. Yeah, I mean, it's been obviously they've had a really tough preseason, and talking to all the players and in their one-on-ones and talking to all the other coaches. I mean, it's been one of the hardest, toughest preseasons they've had in quite a while. So I think everyone is excited just to get the game started again.
Thanks, Morgan.
Barend, Cole, Fabian, Quemora.
Hi, Cole.
We know what type of rugby the Griquas played, and we know what type of rugby the Lions played last year. Are you looking to combine the two, or is it more of the same this year from the Lions?
Look, I think in every team or every setup there's strengths from a certain team, and I think the Lions had a strength last season and the season before, which Griquas maybe didn't have, and vice versa. So obviously, I'll try and bring my own little flavor, or if you can call that, to the Lions, and hopefully just whatever we wanted to improve from last season. That's all we can hope for. So I won't say it's a combination of the two or anything. So yeah, I think you have to work towards the strengths of the players you have at the moment, and I think there's a lot of strengths we have here.
And maybe a question for both. We know how the Lions fared last year. Why do you think you'll fare better, and do you think you'll fare better than last year?
Yeah, I think for sure I take a lot of confidence going into this preseason. I think into the season. I think we had a really good preseason as a group, and I think more importantly, we managed to keep most of our core players. I think in the previous seasons we did struggle with a couple of our starting players leaving, and I think this is one of the first seasons in a while where we get to just continue with our core players. So I think we can take a lot of confidence out of that, and I mean the preseason that we had also just something as that us as players just feel like we can also take and draw a lot of confidence from.
Yeah, from my side, I think the core thing that Manu said now is the fact that we kept the core players or that we really wanted to keep, and I think that's very important for us. Building some consistency from last season, I think that's going to play a major role for us.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thanks, Cole.
Can I go, please?
Yeah, sure. Go, Mort.
Thanks. Coach, when we spoke last week, you were still new to the setup there. What have you learned in a week that you've been with the Union and the Lions? What's impressed you, and where have you noticed maybe a few work on that are required?
I think from rugby-wise, a lot. The thing that impressed me most is the work rate of the guys. I mean, obviously you get from an outsider, or when I was still an outsider looking in, you sort of had this mindset about the Lions and where they are now. But the way the guys train, the work they do off field before training, I mean, they're in here early, they're doing their pre-app, their rehab. you can't fault the effort in all the trainings that I've seen. So I think that's impressed me the most. And I must say something that I don't like is the traffic here in Joburg, because I'm not used to that anymore. So at the moment, that's the only thing I dislike.
Is there, after the training matches last week, any niggles to the core or to the team that you guys are looking to select later this week? Any injury concerns that you might have picked up in a week or so?
At the moment, there's nothing too serious. There was a little bit of bumps and bruises after the game, but at the moment, nothing too serious now.
How's it, guys?
Thanks, Mo. Yeah, Ross, go for it.
Thanks, Janiso. How's it, guys? Manu, last year, last season, the Stormers obviously were in fantastic form. You know, they did the double over all the South African teams.
Yeah.
Are you guys sort of fired up to try and break that record? And also last season, when you played the Stormers up there in Joburg, you guys did, I think, fantastically in the first half and fell away in the second when they, came back to win that. So how do you guys sort of plan to change that this time round?
Yeah, for sure. I think what Stormers did last season speaks for itself. I mean, going to 2 finals back-to-back was quite impressive. I think in the past 2 seasons they have managed to dominate South African rugby at the moment, and it's a challenge that not just us but all the South African teams will have to take on, and we just look forward to playing against them. I think whenever we play against them, it's quite an exciting and attractive brand of rugby to play. So yeah, as players, I just know that we have to stick to our process and stick to what we've been training throughout the preseason and throughout this week, and I have no doubt in my mind that what we've got planned for them will come out successful. So it's just something that we look forward to. It's a challenge that we obviously have to take and are looking forward to taking, and exciting thing.
Sorry, and just one more. Last season, you guys obviously had a big tour early on, and you're going to have that again this time. So how important is it to get off to a good start this weekend and then try and replicate that form you guys had on last season's first tour overseas?
Yeah, I think last season we had a good start to the season. I think where we fell short was, I think in the middle of the season, maybe sort of struggled to just hold on to that consistency and that the form that we're in. I think this season, obviously, a good start is always it's always good for us to get off the blocks running and get as much points as we can. I think, but big work on for us also just to hold that consistency, especially throughout the middle of the season towards the end. I think our middle of the season last season wasn't good enough up to scratch. So I think if we can just polish up on that, we will be in for a good season.
Thank you, Ross. Can we take one more, guys, before we close?
Yeah, Niso, I would like to go if you don't mind. Barend, Honors Virgil, bloke that was playing with you there at the Greek he was at the Lions last season, got injured. I almost feel that he came back a better player off his injury. So a massive player for you and a fantastic opportunity for the youngster at one of the big unions.
Yes, I think last season, obviously, he had a little bit of a setback with that Achilles he had. But I think, yes, he worked really hard to get back. I mean, I don't think any of us thought that he would really play so much during last year's Currie Cup. So I'm happy for him. I think he should have had his chance last season, like I said. But I'm happy for him. He's worked hard. He's actually fitting in well with the guys here, fitting in well with the way we want to play. So I'm very excited for him.
Thanks for that, Morgan. Colleagues, thank you very much for your time. We'll chat next week, or later in the week, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Yes, Carl?
Good luck.
Thank
Are
you.
you going to share recordings?
Yes, I'll share it 10 minutes after this.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you. All right.
Good luck, guys. Cheers, bye.
Cheers, guys.